All right, so are we ready for me to start, or?
Yes, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Songs, Stories, and Stand Up, a open mic night virtually online so that you don't have to leave the comfort of your home or air conditioning. Although I don't have AC on, and I think you guys don't either. Most of us don't. That's okay. But maybe we will forget the heat by this little break from reality here now. So I decided that for what I'm going to do tonight, I told you guys last time that I like to give myself a theme in order to challenge myself to stay within the theme. So tonight, every song that you will hear from me will be a public service announcement. That's right. Public announcements.
I'm scared.
No, it's fine. So, for example, my first song of the evening, let me just make sure. Yep, all right. My first song of the evening is a public service announcement about disease vectors. I love my friends and they love me. We're just as close as we can be. And just because we really care, whatever we get, we share. I shall turn the mic fan off for now. Thank you. Oh, I got it from Agnes, she got it from Jim. We all agree it must have been Louise who gave it to him. She got it from Harry, who got it from Marie. And everybody knows that Marie got it from me. Oh, Giles got it from Daphne, she got it from Joan, who picked it up in County Cork, a kiss in the Blarney Stone. Care gave it to Sheila, who must have brought it there. He got it from Francois and Jacques. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Lucky Pierre. Oh, Max got it from Edith. She gets it every spring. She got it from her daddy, who just gives her everything. She then gave it to Daniel, whose spaniel has it now. Our dentist even got it. And we're still wondering how. Oh, but I got it from Agnes, or maybe it was Sue, or Millie, or Billy, or Jilly, or Willie, it doesn't matter who. It might have been at the club, or at the pub, or in the loo. And if you will be my friend, then I might, mind you, I said might, give it to you. See, that wasn't so scary. Public service announcements. Yeah. So that was my first public service announcement of the evening about disease vectors. So now we know how things spread. I thought it was appropriate.
Tell us more about the show and myaloha.tv.
Oh, do you want to know about myaloha.tv? Well, myaloha.tv is the website for Intervision Entertainment. You can go to myaloha.tv to check out everything we do, from popular person problems to scintillating stories to this, to McGarfield to pet poetry. You can also check out all of that on the YouTube channel, myaloha TV. There are lots and lots of playlists that you can binge watch. Feel free to binge watch all of them. We have the time. All right, next up on my agenda of public service announcements. This is a public service announcement that probably doesn't really matter too much anymore. However, maybe it will Do not do this no matter how bored you get. Mom and Dad are going out for the evening and you're stuck inside the house all alone. That's when you decide it might be fun to harass someone. Dial a random number up on your telephone. You ask if their refrigerator is running, then you tell them they should go out and catch it. Buddy, if they ever figured out where you were calling them from, come and bust your head right in with a ratchet. Don't go making phony calls. Please stick to the 7-digit numbers you're used to. I know that you think it's funny driving folks up the wall, but it's just a pain in the ass. Little Melvin has a natural obsession, asking for Prince Albert in a can. He gets a kick each time he makes a collect call to some guy he doesn't know who lives in Japan. He's calling strangers up at 3 in the morning, gives them pizza pie delivery at 4. He won't be laughing when they're tracing his line. One day the phone police will be there at his door. Don't go making phony calls. Only dial the 7-digit numbers you're used to. Swear someday I'm gonna yank that phone cord right out the wall. How long is this phase gonna last? Hello, I'm looking for a Mr. Raj. Yeah, Mr. Raj, first name Mike. Don't go making phony calls. Please stick to the 7-digit numbers you're used to. You went through the New York City phone book and prank called them all. Hope that you grow out of this bag. Don't go making phony calls. Only dial the 7-digit numbers you're used to. Bet you think it's funny when you're driving folks up the wall, but you're just a pain in the ass. Thank you, everybody. So yeah, those are my first 2 public service announcements of the evening. There will be more. I just think that it's a good thing that we should keep certain things in mind, that's all. So when you're bored, do not make phony calls. Next up tonight on my agenda of awesomeness, that's right, that's what I'm calling tonight's schedule, just so we know, we are all clear. On the agenda of awesomeness, I have Movie Matt. Are you ready, Movie Matt? Are you ready?
I was going to say the answer is maybe.
Not yet. Hang on. Hang on. I know. Spoiling the show by getting set up, but mic off. Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Getting costume. Getting character. Light. Okay. Okay, and lights, camera, action. Beware the shaman knights. Their coming draws near. If you know of them, you have much to fear. Their reputation well known, origins unknown. Their many horrible acts you can't condone. Their mysterious presence brings a dreadful essence, makes one feel that his life has no sense. Trained in war, with powers of a wizard, like a violent storm, they swept across lands like a blizzard. Fear not, give no chase. Living is no longer a race. They know you too well, like you know your own face. Draw near to their sword, and your death comes swiftly. Attack from afar, and your chances are still 1 to 50. Soldiers, warriors, mercenaries, and armies, all brought down in a manner quite alarming. No one knows where they're from or why they're here, but one thing's for sure, they are the definition of fear. Some say they're demons, or devils unearthed, or maybe destroying angels sent from heaven to punish the world's sins who gave birth. Beware the shaman knights, who have much to fear. Beware, they are already here. End scene.
Woo!
Okay.
That was spooky. I liked it.
Okay.
Do you have something else for us?
No, that's it. That was it.
It was lovely. All right, then I guess I'm going to throw the mic back to you, Danielle.
Yes, yes, I agree with everybody. That was definitely spooky. I also think it might have been a little fun, but yeah, that was really cool. I lost a page, but I'm going to put it right back where it came from. So next up on my agenda of awesome, Matthias, are you ready?
Hello.
Excellent. Matthias Hawkinson, everybody. Woo!
Hello. Well, gosh, I have so many things I've been practicing. It's like hard to pick. It's like when you have like 20 children, it's like, which one's your favorite one? It's like, well, which one's pissing me off the least right now?
Well, you get a whole 8 minutes. Might as well give us things.
Well, let me continue with kind of the spooky theme. This piece always struck me as kind of spooky, even though it's not really written as such. This is some improvisation, and then based on this old Armenian folk tune that I've become acquainted with, called Bir Demet Yasemin, which is like very hard to translate, but it's like it's like the jasmine flower tears, or crying over jasmine. Hope that sounded loud enough. Thank you.
Yeah,
we
that
got
was really loud enough.
That was amazing.
got time for another one, I think.
Yes,
Yes,
yes, you do.
Okay, cool. Something happier then. This is an original composition of mine based on 16th century Irish music. This will be Salamander's Fire. Hey, thank you, thank you.
So, I don't know how
So
familiar
fantastic.
you are, Matthias, with Zoom, but check the comments. We are all just loving what you do. We always do, you know,
Yeah.
I gotta catch up with like 23 chats. Hold on.
but well, just so you know, everyone thought it was fantastic. You know, some of us are blessed. We get to hear you by the fireside, you know, often. But many people here tonight have not heard you before and are loving it.
Hey, thank you. Yeah, I'm on Facebook under the same name, and I post a lot of stuff. I do have recordings of that song. I got to update the recordings because the recordings are very old, and it's kind of an earlier version of that piece almost. I thought someone asked to record it. Yeah, look me up on Facebook, and I can send you the stuff I'm working on because I'm always recording and refining things. So.
Also, stand by after this show. Danielle's going to be messaging you. We would love to collaborate with you on other things. And for that matter, I've been wanting to collaborate with you forever. I just love what you do.
Who wants to make a wine box Pandora? If you have an old wooden box, you can make one of these. They sound great.
If only we could sound as good as you.
All right.
That's out of tune, but I'll mess with it later. But thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. I got to catch up on chats and everything. Please, everyone play on. I love what everyone's doing so far. Thank you.
Thank you, Matthias. Next up on our agenda of awesome, we have the fantastic, magnificent, wonderful, lovely Chrissy Mackey. Woo!
Gee, I thought you were introducing someone else there for a minute.
Please.
All right, I have 2 songs tonight, and I'm going to do them in the order of the one where I can do it while I'm sitting at my computer, and then the one that I have to stand back there for. So, and I'm sorry in advance, it's going to be loud, because you were saying, Lamar, about being loud. I feel you. All right, so the first song is one of my favorite songs, and my cat is upset already because he knows it's about to get loud. Anyway, the first song is by a woman named Caro Emerald. It's a swing, electro swing kind of a song called Liquid Lunch. Midnight.
I love this song.
Baby, pass the aspirin, something's gotta work. I know I did it to myself, but man, oh man, it hurts. That second last martini, the one that went down real smooth, set me on a bender with nothing left to lose. I just can't apologize for what I did to myself. My bed's an ocean liner, and I can't call for help. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Think I've got the symptoms and none of them will leave. They think that it's a party to laugh at all my grief. It must have been a doozy. I had 200 dreams. At least I found my pillow, 'cause I can't find my keys. It's hard to remember all of the events, but I must have paid the tab, 'cause all that's left is 50 cents. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Baby, I can call the pharmacy. They'll bring something up something up too sweet, some exotic medicine to cure my every ill with some kind of magic pill. I just can't apologize for what I did to myself. My bed's an ocean liner, and I can't call for help. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime, it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime, it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime, it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. Yeah, baby, it hurts a bunch. The girls got going and we had a munch. I promise on a dime, it's the last time I'll ever have a liquid lunch. So that's the first one. The second one is one that I was actually gonna do a couple of weeks ago for a Broadway, like the second Broadway night, but then I just wasn't feeling well. It's actually a mashup of two songs that were originally sung by the same person. So, and they kind of have the same theme. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this started, and I'm gonna move back there so that I can sing it because I have to stand for it, sorry. All right, you might recognize it, I don't know. Something has changed within me. This is not the right recording. Sorry. Hang on one second. I had recorded this before and I just grabbed the wrong one. I apologize. It's difficult to sing with yourself. Because you'd have to sing harmony. Because I'd have to sing harmony to it, and I don't do that well. Shoot. Well, I was going to sing this one.
How do you make a tissue dance?
How do you make a tissue dance?
You put a little boogie in it.
Oh, haha.
Okay, that was funny. Let me try this one really fast.
Yeah.
Because y'all do want to hear this.
My husband says, because y'all do want to hear this. Something has changed within me. And you can obviously tell where I'm going with it. Try it again. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game. Too late for second guessing. Too late to go back to sleep. It's time to trust my instincts. Close my eyes and be. Sorry, that got a little flat in places.
Oh, honey, I was just saying you sing those notes better than Adina. It was lovely. Absolutely lovely.
I'm glad you guys liked it. That's one of my favorite mashups. I actually have never seen Wicked, and I can't stand Frozen. So that's like my power song right there.
That's funny. I have a theory, though. That Let It Go was designed, like they didn't mind that Adina was a bit flat on her version of it, etc. She's an alto, not a soprano like you. And there's a thing with modern music that if they make it so that everyone can kind of sing it in the car, it has the greatest popularity. And so I noticed when that Let It Go came out, a lot of kids were able to sing it. And I liked their version better than the version recorded. And I couldn't help but wonder if that was on purpose, because it really did make it very popular that everyone could sing it. And here you are singing an operatic version none of us can sing, or I certainly couldn't without some practice. Really well done.
You did not see me this afternoon singing. I have two different versions of this, like two different keys of it, and I was bouncing back and forth between the two, going, which one sounds better?
I know that feeling. It was lovely, absolutely lovely. And back to you.
That also. I do that also. I bounce back and forth on which key I need to do my stuff in, and who knows which one I end up with on the night of performance. But next up, we have one of the best authors I have the pleasure of knowing, who also is a poet and does a very mean ukulele song as well. So we need to hear more of that, Eli. But tonight, they are giving us some poetry. So let's give it up for Eli Quake.
Hello. Before I get started with the poetry, I just want to show Ghislaine something. I see your ooh.
Oh, I need one of those so bad.
Are those teeny tiny mugs for fairies?
Yes. One of them is for you,
teeny tiny
Ghislaine.
mugs.
Really?
Yep, we haven't decided which one, but one of them is for you.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much. You have no idea. So when we go camping, I have always wanted one because I usually carry my own cup and I don't usually want most people's mixed drinks. And when they offer the harder stuff, because I'm immune compromised, I don't want to drink straight from the bottle. So
Right.
I've been wanting one of those forever. Oh, I'm so happy.
Yay! Okay, and now for something completely different. I am going to be doing some, not the most cheerful of my poetry, but this is for a book that I am working on for 2021. It is going to be called Hindsight, and it is full of poetry that I've written in 2020. So, and it has not been the happiest of years, even ignoring everything that's been going on. So I'm going to start with a slightly humorous poem that I wrote called Hey Siri. Hey Siri, I'm trying to find the answers for what I'm going through. Hey Siri, can you tell me what it is that I should do? Alexa has no answers. Cortana doesn't care. Google redirects me. It doesn't matter where. So hello again, Facebook. Time to Twitter out my heart, to word vomit on your pages as I'm tearing apart. The sun is out and shining. It's gorgeous out today. I should go out and see it instead of hide away. But she's gone away and left us. We're left without her light. It's dark, it's cold, it's empty. I'm numb here in the night. And the next one is not one that rhymes, except in a couple spots. And it is called The Black Sea in Winter. And it is about this question you often get when you are grieving, which is, how are you feeling? How do you think? I haven't fallen. I'm doing fine. I'm just kind of angry and nothing feels real except when it does. Roiling up from the deep, under still waters, not tepid but cold. Roiling cold waves, sudden and painful, like stepping into the Black Sea by accident in winter. As young as I seem, I am growing old. Old on the inside, old on the out, and different there too. I dyed my gray hair, I put on my suit, I left off my tie, I left my apartment, and I said goodbye. How are you feeling? I do not know. I wish you would stop asking me that. Some days are better, some days are worse. Sometimes I write stories, sometimes I write verse. How are you feeling? I guess kind of sad. I wish you'd stop asking and let me move on at my own pace. But thank you for checking. I know this is hard. It's different for everyone. But let me withdraw. I will grieve as it hits me, with ice and with pain, over and over, again and again, like stepping into the Black Sea in winter. And on a slightly more cheerful note, here is another one called Imperfect. And goes like this. I wish I could write a song of joy and happiness where everything is perfect, but I can't, I guess. Maybe it's because I do not like that kind of song, but what is happiness if nothing goes wrong? There's shadows in the sunlight, there's stars out at night. When everything is wrong, there's something going right. When everything is fine, there's something going wrong. There's sorrow in the joy of every happy song. Every time I smile, I know that it will pass. And every time I cry, I know that it won't last. There's smiles in my future, and I hope there are a lot. One for every tear I'll shed for the sorrow that I've got. I'm sorry I'm depressing. I'm trying not to be. Hope is so hard when there's only sorrow to see. I know that somehow, someday, everything will turn out right. Even now in darkness, I'm reaching for the light. Life is what you make it, and it will be okay. Maybe not tomorrow, but on some other day. Even as I hate the pain and sorrow and strife, I love the light and shadows of my imperfect life. Thank you.
Oh, so good. You are such an incredible author.
Thank you.
Keep doing it. You know, a few times in my life, I've met someone in this core part of their journey where they've had success, and they're in a situation where they could keep going, or they could kind of slow down. And I think this year makes it easy to do either. And I have to say, like, I meet a lot of great artists. I don't get to say I love almost every single thing they present. And it's rare. Great artists don't necessarily do that. With you, I do. So keep it up. I really, really do.
Oh, thank you.
There you go with that brutal kindness and stuff.
How dare you?
How dare I? All right, back
I really
to Danielle.
like that last one. I liked all three of them. That last one though felt really good to me personally, because my life is also not perfect, but I really like how it is at the moment. So that's nice. But yeah, all of those were great. Fantastic.
With your permission, we would love to record those for Pet Poetry.
I will send you some of them.
Yes. And we can go over, we have now more than two pets to offer, so we can make sure it matches the right tone.
Oh, exactly. I already know exactly where I want that to go.
Everybody, this is producer Ryan. I mean, you all know him as Ryan, but this is producer Ryan right there.
So on the theme of your first one, which was talking about Siri and Alexa and Cortana, my next public service announcement of the evening has to do with a website that most of us have forgotten about. So this public service announcement is to remind you all that MySpace still exists. And if you don't want yours to, because it may or may not have embarrassing things, this is your reminder that MySpace exists. Years are going by so fast, it really is bewildering. Oh, wait, fan. 1 second, turn off the fan. There we go. Okay. Years are going by so fast, it really is bewildering. And we'll be so-called adults and have mortgages and children. I hope we all gain worldliness and wisdom and maturity. But I hope most of all that MySpace falls into obscurity. I hope our profiles all go dead and tuned in distant servers. A monument to our youth, although lacking its observers. Your page will be an empty shell when no one is behind it. I hope your MySpace stays forever. And I hope your children find it. Now I hope that you forget about your MySpace. I hope it slips completely from your mind. And I hope it stays up long enough for the next generation to find. And I hope that it embarrasses your children. Hope their bratty friends will forward it around. And I hope that you forget your password so you cannot take it down. If your kids think you're kind of square, it will be so much clearer when they laugh at the pictures you took in the bathroom mirror. They will not know your favorite band or any of the others. Who is this soldier boy you reference? Who's the Jonas Brothers? They'll marvel at how old you are. They'll ruffle at your outfits. Your style may pass as vintage in the future, though I doubt it. How I hope that you forget about your MySpace. I hope it slips completely from your mind. And I hope it stays up long enough for the next generation to find. And I hope that it embarrasses your children. Hope their bratty friends will forward it around. And I hope that you forget your password so you cannot take it down. I hope your cynical kids say, holy crap, this is great. These comments date all the way back to 2008. I hope they dig through your pictures and find some we might call compromising. I hope seeing their mom in a swimsuit or smoking a hookah isn't too traumatizing. past their comprehension. They'll ask, did Grandpa not give you enough attention? And who the hell is Tom? That guy knows everybody. I hope that you forget about your MySpace. I hope it slips completely from your mind. And I hope that stays up long enough for the next generation to find. And I hope that it will humble you forever. And I hope your kids won't let you live it down. And I hope that you forget your password so you cannot take it down. They might go through your top 8 friends, read your comments at the most. I only wish that they could see the inane bulletins you post. Thank you, everybody. So that was my public service announcement about remembering that MySpace is still a thing that exists. I did not write that. That was written by another ukulele player. Her name is Molly Lewis, and she is absolutely fantastic. I love the way that she, I really like her style. I like her style so much that my next public service announcement is also written by her. So this is my Molly Lewis segment of the evening, as well as a public service announcement segment. So this next public service announcement sounds a bit like a breakup. It is not a breakup with a human, however. It is a breakup with a non-human entity. And I would like you all, the audience, to guess what this public service announcement is about when I am finished. You will probably be able, if you listen to the lyrics real good. So here we go. When I met you, I thought you were really smart. And even more so when we started going out. It was your intellect that really won my heart. There was just so much stuff you knew so much about. I was hungry for knowledge and I was single. I didn't want to date. I really hadn't planned to. But you were cool and you were smart and you were multilingual. And it felt like I could really understand you. But then it went downhill. I will never get back to our better days. I'm done, I've had my thrill, and I think we ought to go our separate ways, but it isn't you, it's me. I guess we just weren't meant to be. I thought we were inseparable, I thought you were my friend, but looking back now it all makes sense at the end. You're sometimes fake, and you're often inconsistent. You know opinions, you never take a stance. You're so dispassionate, you always sound so distant. And I tell you, you know zilch about romance. And not once did you ever say you love me. You sent no flowers, you never called me honey. And you always talked as if you were a puppy, and it felt like you were always needing money. Sometimes you generalize, on better days your tone is condescending. And when we talk books or films, you always find a way to spoil the ending, but it isn't you, it's me. I need someone more scholarly. I thought you had the answers, but your smarts are all pretend, and my attraction only makes sense at the end. You just believe everything you're ever told. You never question, I'm pretty sure you don't fact check. When someone puts ideas into your head, you never blink, you immediately buy it. I won't say that you have no integrity, but I might imply take a breather. You never know if what you're saying's really true. And frankly, sometimes I don't think that you know either. You have no real facts, your knowledge is all hearsay, and I'm tired of playing all your stupid games. You don't keep pictures of me, and you don't know my birthday. You don't think that you even know my name. You keep tabs on other girls, but I notice there's no article for me. You're known by whole world, so I guess I'm just a droplet in the sea. But it isn't you, it's me. I know you know apology. I know not to judge my company just based upon its looks. I'm too grown up for your article this time that I read books. Thank you, everybody. That was written by Molly Lewis. So, who can tell me? Yes, Elizabeth, you are correct. I am pretty sure that Eli also had that guess. Yeah, so that was a public service announcement to everybody to remind you that while Wikipedia is definitely a good jumping off point in your research to figure out where you need to look next, it is absolutely not the end all be all. And there you have it. Public service announcement number 4. Wikipedia is only good as a jumping off thingy. Yes. All right. So next up, before we get to Lamar, we are going to really quickly do some pet poetry. Ghislaine, do you have some pet poetry lined up for us tonight?
I do. I
Woo-hoo!
assume you can
Oh,
all
Mr. Bias.
It's Tobias.
Mr. Wee boy. He probably picked it up in County Cork kissing the Blarney Stone, didn't he?
Oh, he certainly did.
Oh dear. He doesn't know about the disease vectors, does he?
No, he doesn't worry about the things. No. All right, here we go. Now if I can figure out how to play you. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Sonnet number 9 by William Shakespeare. Is it for fear to wit a widow's eye that thou consumest thyself in single life? Ah, if thou issueless shalt hap to die, the world will weigh thee like a makeless wife. The world will be thy widow and still weep that thou no form of thee has left behind. When every private widow well may keep by children's eyes her husband's shape in mind. Look, what an unthrift in the world doth spend, shifts but his place, for still the world enjoys it. But beauty's waste hath in the world an end, and kept unused, the user so destroys it. No love toward others in that bosom sits, that on himself such murder's shame commits.
Oh, and there you have it.
Oh dear. Tobias was actually pretty good at that sonnet.
You know, I have to say, putting Tobias's voice on the sonnets has been quite a bit of fun.
Tobias is more of a natural actor as opposed to one who actually studies the scene.
Yes, like Vash.
Yes, Vash gets a little bit dramatic, whereas Tobias just kind of tells you what he thinks.
One of the raw videos, it's great. You can see Vash taking direction.
Yeah, we're going to have to post one of our raw videos at some point where we tell him to look this way and look that way. Now give us your blue steel. And he does all of it, you know.
I did that with Torch. I don't know if you noticed, but I got Torch to give me a little bit. It was great.
You did.
Outstanding. Yeah, it was really good.
Vash did not appreciate that raw video.
I'm sure he did not, but Torch really needs Vash to share me.
Yeah. Well, Vash needs to learn he's not the only handsome boy.
That is correct.
I don't think Vash is going to learn that.
All right, I'm going to let you introduce the next person who I think is amazing.
I also think he's amazing. So Lamar has been doing karaoke with us, and he is pretty gosh darn cool. Lamar, do you have a 1970s love song for us tonight?
I do. Hello, everybody. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
My name is Lamar. I don't play any instruments, but I tend to sing on top of tracks, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. If you don't, then don't just lie to me saying it's fine. I have the self-esteem of a gnat. It's okay. You guys here? My love, I'll never find the words, my love, to tell you how I feel, my love. Mere words could not explain. Precious love, you held my life within your hands, created everything I am, taught me how to live again. Only you, here when I needed a friend, believed in me through thick and thin. This song is for you, filled with gratitude and love. God bless you. You make me feel brand new. For God bless me with you. You make me feel brand new. I sing this song 'cause you make me feel brand My love, whenever I was insecure, you built me up and made me sure. You gave my pride back to me. Precious friend, with you I always have a friend. You're someone who I can depend to walk a path that sometimes bend. Without you, life has no meaning or rhyme. Like notes to a song out of time. How can was 4 minutes. If you don't mind, can I sing one more song? It's very small, very quick.
Yes,
So,
please.
thank you. Yeah, hope you guys like that one. It's for stylistics. This is an advertisement, so just ignore the sound. Oh, no sound for this ad. It's okay, it's Disney Plus. Everyone has it because, you know, Hamilton's a thing. But I'm singing a song that I sing to random people on the internet to make them feel better as soon as it loads. Because in this current COVID-19 world, people are feeling rather fugly, and I'm letting you know that you're all beautiful people. You are so beautiful. To me, you are so beautiful. To me, can't you see? You're everything I hope for. You're everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. You are so beautiful. Out of time. You are so beautiful to me. Thank you very much. I'm going to mute myself because I'm going.
Ooh, that was good. That was real good. Thank you so much, Lamar. I really hope you keep coming back to our little twice a month thingy-mabobbers, because you are a ray of sunshine, mister. Speaking
I
of
think
race,
that's the best performance he's ever done, and he's done some incredible performances on the karaoke night.
oh yeah,
I'm like so moved. Oh,
that was real good.
yeah, made me cry, Lamar.
Speaking of rays of sunshine, there's someone who lives with my favorite ray of sunshine. My favorite ray of sunshine being Vashti, and therefore the person who lives with it being Ryan. Ryan, are you ready? I'm sorry. I needed to segue something somehow. But yeah, Lamar,
I
you were
like it.
just, Ryan, here you go.
All right. Perfect. Let that fade out a little bit. So today we're going to pick up where we left off 2 weeks ago. We return to the reign of Caliph Harun al-Rashid in the great desert beyond the sea, where a merchant had just thrown himself at the mercy of an angry jinn as 3 other travelers watched on. Then the old man leading the dough threw himself at the monster's feet and said, "O Prince of the Genii, I beg of you, stay your fury and listen to me. I'm going to tell you my story and that of the doe I have with me, and you will find it more marvelous than that of the merchant whom you are about to kill. And I hope you will do away with a third of his punishment. The Jinn considered for some time, and then he said, very well, I agree to this. And now I begin my story, said the old man, so please attend. This doe that you see with me is my wife. We have no children of our own, therefore I adopted the son of a favorite servant and determined to make him my heir. My wife, however, took a great dislike to both mother and child, which she concealed from me until it was too late. When my adopted son was about 10 years old, I was obliged to go on a journey. Before I went, I entrusted my wife's keeping to both the mother and the child, and begged her to take care of them during my absence, which lasted a whole year. During this time, she studied magic in order to carry out her wicked scheme. When she had learned enough, she took my son to a distant place and changed him into a calf. And then she gave him to the steward and told him to look after the calves she had brought. She also changed the servant into a cow, which she sent to my steward. When I returned, I inquired after my servant and the child. Your servant is dead, she said. As for your son, I have not seen him for 2 months, and I don't know where he is. I was grieved to hear of my servant's death, but as my son had only disappeared, I thought I should soon find him. 8 months, however, passed, and still no tidings of him. And then a great feast came. To celebrate, I ordered my steward to bring me the very fat cow to sacrifice, and he did so. The cow that he brought was my unfortunate servant. I bound her, but I was about to kill her. She began a low, almost piteous wail, and I saw that her eyes were streaming with tears. It seemed to be most extraordinary, and feeling the moment of pity, I ordered the steward to lead her away and bring me another. My wife, who was present, scoffed at my compassion, which made her malice of no avail. What are you doing? She cried. Kill this cow. It is the best we have to sacrifice. To please her, I tried again, but again the animal's cries and tears disarmed me. Take her away, said to the steward, and kill her. I cannot. The steward killed her, but upon skinning her, she found she was nothing but bones. Though she appeared fat, I was vexed. Keep her for yourself, I said to the steward, and if you have a fatted calf, bring her instead. In a short time, she brought a very fat calf, which, although I didn't know it, was my son. It tried hard to break its cord and come to me. It threw itself at my feet, and with its head at the ground, as if it wished to excite my pity, and to beg me not to take away its life. I was even more surprised and touched at this action than I had been at the tears of the cow. Go, I said to the steward. Take back this calf and take great care of it, and bring me another in its place instantly. As my wife heard me speak this, she at once cried out, What are you doing, husband? Do not sacrifice any calf but this. I answered, I will not sacrifice this calf. But in spite of all her ministrations, I remained firm. I had another calf killed, and this one was led away. The next day, the steward asked to speak with me in private. I have come, he said, to tell you some news, and I think you will like to hear. I have a daughter who knows magic. Yesterday, when I was leading the calf, which you refused to sacrifice, I noticed she smiled, and then directly began to cry. I asked her why she did so. Father, she answered, this calf is the son of our master. I smile with joy at seeing him still alive, and I weep to think of his mother, who was sacrificed yesterday as a cow. These changes were wrought by our master's wife, who hated both mother and son. At these words of the jinn, continued the man, I leave you to imagine my astonishment. I went immediately to the steward to speak with his daughter myself. First of all, I went to the stable to see my son, and he replied in his dumb way at my caresses. When the steward's daughter came, I asked her if she could change my son back to his proper shape. Yes, I can, she replied, upon 2 conditions. 1, You will give him to me for a husband, and the other is that you will let me punish the woman who changed him into a calf. To the first condition I answered, I agree with all my heart, and I will give you any dowry you ask. To the second I also agree. I beg only you spare her life. That I will do, she replied. I will treat her as she treated your son. And she took out a vessel of water and pronounced over it some words I did not understand. And upon throwing the water on him, he was immediately changed to a young man once more. My son, my dear son, I exclaimed, kissing him in a transport of joy. This kind maiden has rescued you from a terrible enchantment, and I am sure that out of gratitude, you will marry her. He consented joyfully, but before they were married, the young world changed my wife into a doe, and it is she whom you see before you. I wish her to have this form rather than a stranger one, so we could see her in the family without repugnance. Since then, my son has become a widower and has gone traveling. I am now going in search of him and do not wish to confide my wife to take care of other people, so I am taking her with me. Is this not the most marvelous tale? It is indeed, said the Jinn, and because of you, I grant that 1/3 of this punishment shall be stayed. When the first old man had finished his story, the second, who was leading 2 black dogs, said to the Jinn, I'm going to tell you what happened to me, and I'm sure you will find my story even more astonishing than that to the one that you have been listening. And when I have related it, you will also grant me the 3rd part of the merchant's punishment. Yes, replied the Jinn, provided your story does surpass that of the doe. And on this agreement, the second old man began his story, and that is a tale for another day.
Love that.
Everybody give it up one more time for Ryan Phillips. That was fantastic. I am so happy you guys are doing Arabian Nights. That makes me happy.
We are too. As you know, part of our mission at Intervision Entertainment and myaloha.tv is to rescue the art. We've been having a lot of discussions recently, especially with J.K. Rowling, about how do you separate the art from the artist, and there's been a lot of controversy there. And frankly, I have a very historical viewpoint of it. I think most of us at Intervision Entertainment do, that frankly, there are some great artists with great moral values, and then there are many artists that didn't necessarily have solid moral values, or maybe they don't fit the moral values of today.
A lot of these old stories have definitely withstood thousands of years and been basically the same story, because I think they relate and touch parts of us that we're not even aware of.
We have a belief that art sometimes transcends so much far beyond the artists themselves, that you can create art that is more meaningful than you even intended, that
Absolutely
reaches people on a deeper level than you actually may have ever thought or planned on. And so that's what we're here for. And that's why I love Arabian Nights. I wanted to rescue some of these scripts. Actually, Ryan was the one who came up with it. And as soon as I went through them, I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And he started doing them. But then when I started going through them and seeing like they had some darker references or things that I might not like, that doesn't mean we can't save them. You know?
Yeah, that's something we edit it for every time they come out. Removing some of the references that just aren't needed for the story and trying to keep the same themes that have always been there.
Yes.
Speaking of getting deep, Ghislaine, do you have a couple of deep songs for us?
I do. The first song I'm going to do today is not about what a lot of people think it's about. So hope you enjoy. Head underwater, and they tell me to breathe easy for a while. Breathing gets harder, Even I know that. Made room for me, it's too soon to see. If I'm happy in your hands, I'm unusually hard to hold on to. Oh, blank stares at blank pages. No easy way to say this. You mean well, but you make this hard on me. I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's make or break in this. If you're on your way, I'm not gonna write you to stay. If all you have is leaving, I'ma need a better reason to write you a love song today. Hey, hey. I learned the hard way that they all say things you want to hear. My heavy heart sinks deep down under you, and your twisted words, your help just hurts. You are not what I thought you were. Hello to high and dry. Convinced me to please you, made me think that I need this too. I'm trying to let you hear me as I am. I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's make or break in this. If you're on your way, I'm not gonna write you to stay. If all you have is leaving, I'ma need a better reason to write you a love song today. Promise me you'll leave the light on to help me see. With daylight my guide gone, 'cause I believe there's a way you can love me, because I say I won't write you a love song, 'cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's make or break in this. Is that what you wanted, a love song? 'Cause you asked for it, 'cause you need one. You see, I'm not gonna write you a love song, 'cause you tell me it's make or break in this. If you're on your way, I'm not gonna write you to stay. If your heart is nowhere in it, I don't want it for a minute. I walk the 7 seas when I believe that there's a reason to write you a love song today. Today. Oh. So for those of you who don't know, that song is not actually about love. It's about a relationship between Sarah Bareilles and her agent at the time. Her agent was insisting that the only way she could have a hit was to write a love song. And at the time in her life, she was pretty angry at anyone she'd ever been in a relationship with. So she didn't want to write about what she didn't feel. And there came this song. So I hope you enjoyed. All right, so the next one is a little sad, but I do love it. Where we go? Wait, there it is. Hopefully there won't be a commercial. There we go. This is dedicated to my mother and my sister.
I'm so tired of being here, suppressed by all my childish fears. And if you have to leave, I wish that you would just leave, 'cause your presence still lingers here, and it won't leave me alone. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years. You still have all of me. You used to captivate me by your resonating light. Now I'm bound by the life you left behind. Your face, it haunts my once pleasant dreams. Your voice, it chased away all the sanity in me. These wounds won't seem to heal. This pain is just too real. There's just too much that time cannot erase. When you cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years, but you still have. I tried so hard to tell myself that you're gone, but though you're still with me, I've been alone all along. Oh. You cried, I'd wipe away all of your tears. When you'd scream, I'd fight away all of your fears. And I held your hand through all of these years. You still have all of me. Of me. Me. Okay, sorry, I'm crying now.
Blaine, that was pretty fantastic. I'm sure that all of us have certain songs that we can't sing for various reasons, one or another. I certainly can't sing "Already Gone" by Sugarland anymore because it reminds me of my ex-husband. But that was still lovely anyway.
Thank you.
So I am very glad that we could all share that with you. Eli, do you have something really cool next for us before I end this up? Lovely.
Cheer us up because, you know, dead mother and sister, it's kind of dark. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. This is more cheerful than that, definitely. So, Okay, so this is a song that I wrote that I usually play on ukulele, but I've been screwing it up, so I'm going to do it a cappella. So this is called, actually it doesn't have a name yet. I'm still working on it, but here we go. Can you recall, do you remember it all? A query I made when I was 3. I must have scared you because you didn't answer in a way that satisfied me. I know it must be hard my being this way. I need an answer to that question today. Writing this song doesn't fill me with joy. But mommy, when will I be a real boy? Do you understand I'm not a woman or a man? I'm something somewhere in the in-between. Neither son nor daughter, I know it's kind of awkward not knowing what to call me. I know it must be hard my being this way. I just want you to call me Eli today. Writing this song is a dizzy kind of whirl. But mommy, when will I be a real girl? Do you remember from just last December the words that I wrote down in verse? You did not acknowledge the words I had written, and somehow that made everything worse. It's so hard for me, you being this way. I don't know how to talk to you today. In writing this song, I attempt to be clear. Can't you see, Mom, I'm genderqueer. Yeah.
I really like that. That
I
that
really
has
like that.
makings of a very good anthem.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, now I'm thinking all sorts of thoughts.
I'm just saying it has the makings of a very good anthem, and some I don't know, like there's a lot of really good anthem writers out there. I think you could be one.
We could add a drum circle beat to that and maybe convince Matthias to do some hammered dulcimer on that.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Just throwing down thoughts.
Yeah, if I ever figure out exactly how it ends, I will play it on the ukulele. But
Wonderful.
Love it.
Ooh, harp. Yes, Matthias said harp. That sounds good.
Not to volunteer you, Matthias, but yes.
All right. So, do you have anything else you'd like me to tell everybody about for the evening before I end this?
Next week will be scintillating stories.
It will be. It will be scintillating stories next week, and we will have. I already know two of the scripts that we have. They are A Little Crack and.
And crack is spelled C-R-A-I-C for those of you.
Yes. C-R-A-I-C.
Crack.
And Fastest Way to a Woman's Heart.
Yes.
And what is the fastest way to a woman's heart, Ryan?
Fourth intercostal space using a number 10 blade.
That's right. And there's another.
If you want context for that line, tune in next week.
Absolutely.
And the third script will be from the Arabian Nights. We picked it yesterday. It is going to be the three princes and the princess. whose name
Yes.
I can't pronounce at the moment.
Yes. And yes, the answer to Matt's question about an extended version of his Shaman Nights poem is also yes. So there we go. I'm just saying yes a lot right now, which makes me happy because I no is just such a sad word.
Yeah, I'm not as sad, Danielle.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm still
Are
sad.
you sad?
I don't know. I'm just sad because this show is ending and I sang a sad song and I can't perform with you in person.
Yes, but there's no reason to be sad because we have another show coming up next week.
Okay, we're doing a bit right. So I'm really sad.
Well, Ghislaine, why don't you listen to my last public service announcement of the week, or my last public service announcement of the night, and maybe you'll feel better. So my last public service announcement of the night is to remind you that some things in life are bad. They can really make you mad. Other things just make you swear and curse.
Fuck that.
You're chewing on life's gristle. Don't grumble, give a whistle. Or you could just let me take care of that. Yeah. And this'll help things turn out for the best. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the light side of life. If life seems jolly rotten, there's something you've forgotten, and that's to laugh and smile and dance and sing. When you're feeling in the dumps, don't be silly chumps, just purse your lips and whistle as the thing. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. But life is quite absurd, and death's the final word. You must always face the curtain with a bow. Forget about your sin, give the audience a grin. Enjoy it, it's your last chance anyhow. And always look on the bright side of death. Just before you draw your terminal breath. Life's a piece of shit when you look at it. Life's a laugh and death's a joke, it's true. You'll see it's all a show, keep on laughing as you go. Just remember that the last laugh is on you. And always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. Always look on the bright side of life. Always look on the right side of life. And always look on the bright side of life. Thank you, everybody. Remember, spay and neuter your pets.
Wear a mask.
Wear a mask, wash your damn hands, donate to charity when you can.
And cuddle a pet.
Oh, and say hello to the Vashi.
Yes, he is here in all his glory. He wanted to watch you.
Oh, Vashi. Oh, such a good boy.
Oh. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you, everybody, and good night.
Good